So good morning, y'all. I'm breaking my intermittent fasting for the first time in a long time. Thank you. And I have here some of porridge and oatmeal, and it's all vegan, which is awesome. And there's peanut butter in here, and this is the peanut butter. It's like actually 2 tablespoons of real peanut butter. The reason why I'm breaking my fast from intermittent fasting for the first time in a long time is because I really want to go to this CrossFit gym, and they have an open floor, and apparently it's really beautiful. And the day pass, I want to make it worth it, so I want to be able to be there for at least a couple of hours and just check out and do a whole body workout, like lower body, upper body, and that might take me close to an hour and 15 minutes. Which is very unusual for me to actually do an hour and 15-minute workout. But I'm doing that because I'm only going to be going to the gym once a week, and it's really just to maintain my muscle and strength. And because I'm also doing 2 yoga classes, I'm going to need to do a lot of eating, and especially vegan style, because like you have to eat a lot of different foods, and you need to be calorically dense. The problem is vegan food's not really calorically dense, so you need to eat a lot of it. But like I was saying yesterday, I'm really glad that I found this place because it's a lot easier to be vegan in a place that only serves vegan food, and you're in this lodge that is just across the street. There's vegan, here there's vegan, there's restaurants that's vegan, and it's just, I feel like I'm in vegan heaven now. And I was doing my morning meditation this morning, and I went into the room, and I'm doing my breathing exercises, and this guy pauses me. He's like, "Excuse me, do you know blah, 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 blah?" And I'm like, "No, I don't know any of this meditation type of stuff." And he's like, "Well, it's silent." And I was like, "Okay." Rude. And just kept my mouth shut, and 5 minutes later, he's like, "Sorry, do you not know what that is?" And I was like, "No, it's my first time here. I'm not really a yogi by any means." And he's like, "Oh, well, it's a silent meditation. We practice that here. You can go upstairs if you want." So I was like, "Oh, okay. Are you one of the yoga instructors here?" He's like, "No, I own this place." I was like, I'm really glad I didn't say anything here. But he was really nice afterwards. Look, I was new to this, and I'm still new. I'm following whatever rules I can here and adhere to. He's like, "You have to put a shirt on." That's something I didn't do. I was shirtless, and I just continued my meditation, but I kept it silent. I guess you can call that a negotiation. People are super friendly here. Meeting a lot of new people, and people are going to be here for longer than I thought. Like, they'll be here for a month, just like me, which I thought was outstanding. I think that's so cool. But there's a lot of people that come in and out, maybe 3-4 days at a time, which I think is cool too. But it's just, you know, a lot of travelers, a lot of world travelers here, and just meeting a lot of new people, and hopefully you'll be able to meet some of them. So this is my first time on a motorbike. I gotta tell you, I am scared shitless because, first of all, they don't drive on the same side of the road, but also too, it's a little bumpy. And I saw some Russian who had this really big mark on the back of her leg, and I was like, "Oh, ankle sprain?" She's like, "No, motorbike." I was like, "Oh, no, thank you." But here I am. I'm a little bit of in a bind because you can't call a Grab or Uber or anything at the site ground, because what ends up happening is they work out a deal to charge more with the companies. It was like 5 times the amount just to get to my location. So I was like, no thank you. So talk about overcoming fears. This is a big one for me. And now that I'm on here, it's not so bad. I made it to a CrossFit gym. And who would have known CrossFit and me would have gotten along? But what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to do more of old school, like movement class, and it looks like I might have to just go towards like the deadlifts, some of the floor presses off the floor, bench presses. So you're going to see some of the workouts I do. I'm starting off with the standing barbell overhead press, even though I prefer usually the dumbbells, but that's all I got right now. I guess you could do kettlebells, but looking for something different. But the reason why I'm starting with the standing shoulder press is because this year I really want to bring out my shoulders more while I'm here. And whatever the body part is you want to prioritize, do it first while you're fresh, you're strong, you get the heaviest sets in. And I still like to do a reverse pyramid style. Kind of failed out on that last one, so I'm gonna go back to my starting weight and try to whip out 12 more reps on this one. Next exercise was the sumo deadlift. I really like sumo deadlifts because they work out the glutes and hamstrings and my back at the same time. So I like to do a push, then a pull exercise. And it's gonna be a pretty long workout, so I'm not gonna do anything fancy. Try to get some high volume in. Maybe do a drop set at the end of the compounded movements for the isolation exercises. But it feels really good with the chalk in my hand, actually. That's the one thing that I like about this. Can't forget the good old bench press, right? Work out those beach muscles. We are at Bali. I'm gonna go to Tanju Beach later. I'm gonna work out those beach muscles. I decided to superset those two with the pull-ups, close grip, and then the reverse flies. I decided to do it standing because I just felt it more. If you see the range of motion, my arms are slightly bent the whole time, even when I'm standing, just so I can get a longer range of motion so I could feel the rear delts. Why I'm supersetting? Because I don't want to be in the gym for more than an hour and 15 minutes and I still have a long way to go. And that shortens the period, the strength period, and it also increases the strength, or it at least keeps the strength. It just puts a lot more volume and work in a shorter period of time. I don't recommend doing this for too long of a period when you superset, but it is an effective strategy and tool, especially if you're only coming into the gym once a week and you only have it once a week and you need to go in for just bang it all out and you don't have that much time. Finished up my workout. Man, that felt great. I literally feel so strong still, which is great. Now everything's converted into kilograms, which I'm not very familiar with, so I'm gonna have to go back and do the calculations. I kind of just eyeballed it by how much the weight is, so it's very inaccurate. It's just that I wanted to get in, hit the weights, because I'm doing a lot of yoga, maybe 2 classes a day, and to me that's very not balanced, doing 2 yoga classes a day, no weight training. I like the balance of it all. I kind of feel bad for these people running, to tell you the truth. I did the dips, superset it with the lateral raises. That's very unusual for me to do a back-to-back pushing motion. Usually a little bit weaker afterwards, but I really like the combination because I find the dips really work out the front of the deltoids and the lower chest, and then the lateral raises shape off the cap of the shoulder like nicely. Then I finalize that with hanging leg raises. I like to do it in the dip fashion since it's a dip bar. Superset with in the front hammer curls because it gets both the biceps and the biceps brachialis at one time. So I hit up my whole body, guys. I mean, this is it. I don't really have to do anything more for the rest of the week. Today I'm gonna get a ton of protein in. I wanna get it from hemp. I wanna get it from nuts. I wanna get it from tofu even. Just wanted to do a little quick 3 things that I learned, 3 things I wish I would have done better yesterday, because I had a vegetarian pizza, so it wasn't vegan. I had a case of the fuckets again last night, and I had this cheese pizza. And I just said, you know what? It wasn't even worth it, actually. It wasn't even that great. It was kind of expensive for Bali, that is. It was like $8 stuff. And they wanted you to pay for it before you got it. And it was a restaurant. It wasn't like a takeaway service. So it wasn't even worth it, to tell you the truth. So the thing is, 3 things I learned was that you still have to have mosquito repellent while you go to sleep, because the mosquitoes will eat you up alive. 2, if you're gonna do meditation in a meditation room, I would recommend not doing the breath of fire, because I kind of got called out there like it's a silent meditation room. So, okay, sorry, it was by the owner. 3, the third one is the pizza really isn't that great here in Bali. Better off if you're gonna cheat on a vegan, just go to different places other than Bali probably for pizza, because this place was highly recommended. 3 things I wish I would have done better. Man, I gotta tell you, there's a lot of things I wish I would have done better. I wish I would have said no yesterday. I had that opportunity to say no to go to the pizza place. I knew they probably weren't gonna have that vegan options. 2, I wish I wouldn't have taken 2 vinyasa classes in one day. It was like 3 hours apart, and it was just exhausting after the weight training. And then the third is something I wish I would have done better. Wish I would have hopped into this cold pool instead of going to the cold shower as my morning ritual. Anyway, guys, hope you guys got value from this. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys soon.